weekend, and I love being around my kids. Just that joy and the happiness and just all that the energy that they have, that they release into the world, into the universe, to everyone. It's crazy. And took them to a new park around the corner from my apartment, and had all of them: Mason, Madison, Kenneth, Christopher. But just getting outside, man, and watching them grow and challenge themselves. There was a moment, man, that I keep an eye on my kids. Like, I keep an eye on them. We're at the park. I'm focused on them and any other kids that matter, man. I just don't want to see anybody's children hurt or child hurt or anything. Yet I do watch the different parenting styles. My brain don't stop analyzing my surroundings. But I was watching and seeing the other children and the other parents, and I tried to bring out their fears whenever they're doing things. If it's something that I have to show them, if it's something that I have to physically get up on the slide or whatever to show them that you can do it, I got you, And as parents, that's our task. I remember one of my favorite books, one of my other books that I love reading, it talked about our task as people. What is our task especially for our children? It's not to do it for them. It's to help when they need help, or to assist when they ask for it, and give them that little motivation, little push. And there was one particular, I'm not down in nobody's parenting style or whatever it is, but we do need to get away from fear when it comes to teaching our children. There's some things that I do agree on. You have to watch your kids. You have to watch them in this day and age. It's crazy. Yet when it comes to their mental, physical, and their growth, I was watching my daughter, and this little girl is fearless. Like, she scares me. I have to watch her. My son, MJ, he's gonna not push the envelope. But my daughter, she don't care. So I watched her battle her fear, and it was just amazing seeing how she did it. And there was just like a little bridge that sways. Well, you gotta step off one little octagon thing to another octagon thing, and the bar, you have to pull it towards you, and she did it. And when I tell you, like, the first time, you gotta remember, there's kids running around playing, big kids jumping back and forth, and I watched her go to the first one, and she got scared, and she turned around and went back, and then she got down, and her brother did it. So once she seen he had done it, he was okay. She was like, okay. And like I said, I'm watching from a distance or whatever, and it's not a deep fall or nothing. If she would have failed, she'd have been all right. They got the little turf grass and all that. So I do manage that well. But anyway, so I'm sitting there watching her, and just seeing her. And so she went around and got on the other side, and she did it. And I clapped out loud, and I know the people was probably looking at me like, what in the world are you doing? And when she jumped down, and she's like, I did it. And like, nobody, it wasn't even about, no one was probably watching what she was doing but me. Yet to see that she overcome that at 2 years old, she overcome that fear on her own and watched someone else try it and do it, and got in her mind that I'm going to do this, I'm going to try this, that I'm going to try this, that we have to push ourselves. And then with my son, there was just like the firefighter pole. Now that was high, and I can see why he was scared to do it. But I showed him. This is what you do. Pull yourself to it, grab your leg, you slide down. And of course, I got under him. Like, it was about 8 feet tall, 10 feet. Well, it was up there. So I had to pretty much show him how to do it, and then guide him. And once he did it, it was fine. But it was still a moment. That was a long fall. Like, it was a long fall. So I could kind of see his fear. So he felt more comfortable with me standing close, because he knew I got him. He knew I had him. And they did it, and he did it. And then Kenneth, my oldest son, my 11-year-old, he kind of showed a little fear about it, a little bit, and he did it. Yet I was watching some of the other parents, and instead of them assisting their children in doing some of the things, they told them to stop, move, get down, don't do that. No, you get your butt up and you help them overcome those fears. You help them, teach them to overcome those fears. And that goes a long way in their growth, mentally, in their growth, and they can tackle whatever they put their mind to. And you got to figure it out. And just watching my daughter analyze that, how to do it, and reaching forward, and gotta get scared. The ground is wobbly or whatever, and she couldn't really grab it the first time, but she waited, and she got more and more patient. She started waiting for the little swing to swing back towards her, and she found an opportunity. Man, we need to find those. We need to do that for our children. We need to push them in ways, especially with this world that we live in nowadays, man. All this stuff is changing. The world around us is changing. Systems are changing. Things are really, really changing. So we really have to be of service to our children and at task when they need it. Did I say that right? Be available to help. That is our task as parents, as citizens, as men and women in this world, is to assist when we can. It's like a friend of mine was having trouble getting in and out of getting her CDL license, and was having trouble climbing in the back of the trailer. Yet she fought until she was able to do it. And it's not easy. I don't know if most of y'all can do that. Can actually climb in a 53-foot trailer and climb in the back. Climb in the back of it with the door open. It's hard. It takes a strength. Yet she did it. She figured it out and done it. And that was one thing that was holding her back from the job, or holding her back from that career, or moving forward in life. We have to break away from fear. We have to figure it out. There's always a way. There's always a way. It might not be pretty. You might come out with a couple scars, mentally or physically, but there's always a way. There's always a way. And I'm learning that as I go through my life, for my fears and things, me stepping out of my comfort zone in situations that I'm uncomfortable with. this is one of them. Doing YouTube video. That it was one of the things that I was I had people telling me to do it, but it's just one thing I had to do. And it ain't about what people think. It's about me breaking free of my comfort zone. You never know what opportunities might come out of it. It might not be opportunity. It might just be some growth mentally that I needed to go through to see. But I need to grow. It's those fears that we have to overcome to get to the next level of life and to learn and to grow. That's just part of life. But it's just amazing, man. And like, that was a moment for me. Just like, wow, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life. And seeing my daughter, seeing my children breaking their fears, doing things that that others, and I see my children, and I do compare. It ain't nothing wrong to compare my children to other people's children. Whenever I see them playing, or whenever I see them doing things, children need to be around children. And I think that's with my son. For the first couple years, it was just us, because COVID. It was just him, his mom, and me. It was nobody else. So he had a hard time, and still has a hard time around other people, around other children. His sister helps bring that out of him, but he has his moments. But I see that fear in him in certain situations, and he's overcoming it. But his way of doing it is anger. He gets angry. But we all deal with things differently. But I just have to, I watch and see and observe, and I want my children to have the best. I want all children, everyone, to have all that they want and need in life. And I know it ain't always going to be like that yet. It is what it is. We gotta break away from fear. We gotta align ourselves with abundance and knowing what it is that we want and going for. My life now is taking a turn, and a lot of it is me breaking myself down and understanding and aligning in myself, and stop being, what I tell my son, scatterbrained all over the place, not knowing what I'm doing, where I'm going. But I still got work to do. Yet it's still understanding all that, man, and at the end of it is growth. At the end of it is understanding. And that ain't the end. It's new beginnings. It's always a new dawn, a new beginning, a new way, a new movement, a new force. And man, I'm just grateful and thankful for it all, and breaking away from my fear and enjoying my children, man. It's just great to be able to have a sense of freedom mentally, to where you're not worried about nothing, and you can step away and from day-to-day life and day-to-day struggles and day-to-day situations and obligations, and just be free for a minute. And it's like our children give us that, especially at a young age. Seeing my children run around outside and playing and getting dirty and dusty, and it makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be free. And that's what I am right now, man. I'm enjoying my freedom. I'm enjoying my peace. I'm enjoying the things that I had, but I didn't have. And I'm missing a few things. Yeah, I'm at the point of my life now. It's like, man, what's more important for me is my peace, my freedom, my peace. Me being able to come and go when I want to. Me being able to do the things that I want to do as a man, and provide for, and not be stuck in an obligations that, that's pulling energy from me or resources from me that I could be doing other things with. And I know that's a lot more. It's just a lot. Just let's say, as older we get, the more wiser, the more experience that we understand that we've had, and we change the way we move. I'm changing the way I move. Sorry if it offends you. Sorry if it. I'm sorry. Just this is who I am. This is who I become. After breaking down my fears and going through all the struggles that I've been through, man, I ain't got time. I ain't got the time. But anywho, break away from fear. Enjoy life. Just, days are beautiful, regardless if it's rainy, cold, snowy, hot, whatever. Enjoy it. Enjoy life. Because all the stuff that's going on in this world right now, man, we gotta be in survival and protect mode and growth mode always. So that being said, just Mr. Anderson, and I approve this message. Good day.